Welcome back to the I Do Crew podcast with Jen and Emma. Please like, subscribe, rate, review our podcasts on the platform you listen or watch us on. Thank you for being here every week with us to listen to our advice, ramblings, and stories. Please also share our podcast, share our page, share our reel, share everything, support us. Thank you so much. This week we're talking all things holiday weddings. When does a wedding in December become a Christmas wedding? Again, this was your subject of choice.
Yes. I think it's because I love it. And you can
A theme or a holiday?
and I think you can lean into the season and the like holiday that you're in as much or as little as you want.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just thought it'd be interesting to sort of chat about when's too much or when is it too soon to get the pumpkins out.
Like, you also style your home depending on the season or holiday.
Yeah, I've literally just packed away all my Easter decorations. It used to be one small cardboard box, and now it's 3 big plastic containers full of Easter decorations.
Do you have more Easter or Halloween decorations?
Probably Easter,
What?
because at Halloween I'm less Halloween, more fall. So
Oh, okay.
I've got some garlands that have some fally colours in and some pumpkins, but it's not like ghosts, and there are a few little ceramic ghosts, but it's not like skeletons and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. It's more autumny, fall.
So we do a bit of both. So usually end of September, beginning of October, we do fall decorations at home. I don't really do any other time of the year. We don't have spring, summer, winter. It basically from September till January, it's either autumn or Christmas in our house. And but we've created a slight rod for our own backs, you could say.
Or you could say family tradition.
You could say that, which I didn't think about it until now. The day before, so the 30th of October, we go full blown Halloween, and I'm talking skeletons, smoke machines, tripwires, zombies on like heads on a floating string, the whole shebang. Because Ian's got this secret, not so secret now, obsession with Halloween theatrics. So,
Your house is basically a Halloween theatre show all in one, isn't it?
yep. So from about 4:30, 5 o'clock on Halloween, it's non-stop children till 8:30 at night. And
It's great.
he's there putting on a show outside. I mean, it is great. So we're in the process of moving house at the moment, and our buyers aren't necessarily playing ball as we would have hoped. So I was going to write them a lovely handover of the house, a little heads up about Halloween, a little
What's
bottle of,
expected of them on Halloween?
yeah, little bottle of champagne, welcome to your new home kind of vibes. Not doing any of that now. I'm not going to tell them about Halloween. What I'm going to do instead is put a little pumpkin in their garden the afternoon of Halloween, somewhere where they're probably not going to really notice I've done that, but all the children can see, and let them enjoy.
Let them enjoy the constant knocking.
Yeah. Although we're only moving 30 seconds away from our current house, the new house has a bigger front yard.
Oh, so it's got more potential for.
More room for Halloween activities.
Is that one of the
So,
selling points of the house, was it?
yeah,
Think about how many skeletons and stuff we can
that's
have.
right. Yeah, but there's no trees or anything in the front yard to hang anything from, so that's going to be a bit of a situation because we
You just
normally
have to get
hang.
one of them big black skeleton type trees.
Yeah.
You can make them. It's just
Mm.
storing it then.
I'll just keep it out there. It's just gothic home these days. So, but whenever I was looking at a new house, I always think about what would the Christmas wreath look like on this door. What's it going to feel like at Christmas? That's what I think about.
I have a wreath constantly. It just changes. So it goes from Christmas wreath to a Valentine's wreath to an Easter wreath to a summer wreath to an autumn wreath to a Christmas wreath. There's always one on my front door. So it's paramount that the door looks good with it on.
Yeah. People should think about that when they're selling houses, because I definitely think about that.
Yeah.
And we sold our house at Christmas time. Well, it was after Christmas, but I'd kept the decorations up because I wanted it to be warm and cozy. The fire was on, the twinkly lights of the tree, and the Christmas candle. It was just, yeah, who could say no to that? Covered over the tan stain in our bedroom with a faux fur rug. Not telling them about that either, am I?
No. But I think it is important that I mean, this is not what this podcast is about, but when you're buying a house, to go in and like envision where you're going to put the Christmas trees.
Yeah, trees. I can have more than one this year. I'm so excited. There's going to be at least 3 downstairs.
Yeah, I have a kitchen tree, a living room tree. There's a tree in Arthur's bedroom. I could put one in the hallway. I mean,
I can't wait.
In trees and garlands and twinkles.
Yeah,
envision it all.
Yep, I cannot wait. But that's the only sort of decoration vibes that we have. Autumn, then Halloween for a couple of days, then we're into Christmas.
Yeah. So you don't do any like Eastery bunny type? You don't have an Easter tree with all the little eggs hanging off?
My stepmom made me one. That's always up in Ian's office because it didn't fit through the loft hatch.
Is it just constant decoration?
That's right.
Yeah. So weddings.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Have you ever been to a holiday wedding?
Yes. I've been to. Sorry, I literally just had a brain fart then. I've been to like an autumn wedding where the ceramic pumpkins were out. We've styled a couple of autumn weddings that aren't Halloween, but they definitely have a nod to autumn with pumpkins and the colours and the scented candles and the pine cones and the natural wood and the autumn leaves and stuff.
You know the wedding that I'm most looking forward to this year? Actually, that's not fair. I'm looking forward to the rest of the weddings that we've got booked for this year because I think they're all a little bit different from each other. We also have a bit more control of the florals, so I'm really looking forward to all of them. One that I'm particularly looking forward to because it is that much different to the others is the November. Are they in November? November wedding.
Yes.
Because they are alternative / gothic vibes.
It's going to be so cool.
It's going to be so cool.
But it's not like gothic as in lots of
coffins,
skulls and coffins. No. It's very subtle. It's kind of like a mash between autumn and gothic. It's going to be beautiful because it's going to be really cozy. It's going to feel really inviting and really warm, and there's going to be so much little details. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that too.
Even so, we've got one piece of kit that we use, which was used at my wedding, and it's like a ornate branch. That's sort of like a witch's broom vibes.
Yeah. It's not.
Difficult
it's
to
not
describe.
Like witch's broom. But it's big, and it's got like lots of sort of tendrily type twigs.
Yeah.
And that's going to hang above the top table with like little lights hanging from it. It's awesome.
The black cherry candles.
Yeah.
So excited about that because they're going to be like a really deep, almost black red. I'm just so excited about it because it's different.
They also drink a lot of rum, and they've got special bottles that a really cool shape that we're going to use as the centerpieces. It's really, really exciting.
It's a really different. It's a different challenge. I think it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
But I'm
me
looking
too.
forward to all of our clients that we've got for the rest of the year, because we're also doing country themed wedding.
Yeah,
That's in July.
yeah.
Can't wait for that.
We've also got a barn wedding, which is very they're bookish people, aren't they? So they're
Yeah.
leaning into that sort of bookish.
hmm
So that's gonna lots of armchairs and sort of floor lights and books, and that's going to be really cool.
I also love it. I love it when the client has a clear vision on the scented candle that they want to use.
Yeah, because you can go, you know where they're going with it, don't you?
Yeah, and you can they can basically say, "Oh, we love like a sunset by the sea and blah blah blah, and the smell of like coconuts," and so you can really create that in the room.
Yes.
We're so excited about all of our clients this year, the rest of this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Well, should we go through the holiday? Can we just go through the holidays and we'll no talk?
well, we're going to play a little game,
Okay.
but we'll get to that in a second.
Okay. Sorry. Getting excited.
The wedding that I went to, so it was like the first 3 days of December, I think, December the 3rd, I want to say. Not quite Christmas, but the whole of the venue was Christmas out, like Christmas decorations, sparkly lights, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't a Christmas wedding because it wasn't like Christmas trees, holly on the tables, candy cane, no, present, present, favour, none of that. But she leaned into wedding favours were Christmas candles. So the whole room smelled like Yankee Christmas candles. Stunning.
Yeah.
She leant into the colours, so deep reds and deep greens. Not Christmas red, but deep.
Sort of winter lux.
It was like winter bride meets the Ritz at Christmas, I would say. Like just sort of rich colours. Rich, deep reds and greens. And it didn't feel like a Christmas wedding, but it was in December.
But it felt seasonal.
It did feel seasonal, yeah. And I think you, to some point, have to leak. You can't have like a autumn themed wedding in April.
No, I think you do need to lean into the season a bit, because the outside, the gardens, the trees, everything sort of, there's no point in trying to do cherry blossoms in December when there's no cherry blossom tree type.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you do definitely need to lean into the season. When spring's coming, that's when all them flowers are in season too. So and also it works because people are dressing for that kind of weather, so they're feeling in that vibe, aren't they?
We're going to play a little game,
Okay, I have no idea about what this game is. This is one of Jen's brilliant ideas, and I'm a bit nervous.
And it basically relies on your answers.
Oh, brilliant.
So I'm going to give you a holiday.
Yep.
And you're going to come up with on the spot decor suggestions.
Thank you, Jen.
I've got UK holidays to consider. Then I thought we would do American holidays to consider.
Okay, I'm just going to have a bit of water.
You prepare yourself. Play along at home or wherever you're listening if you wish.
Just brush my fringe.
Here
we go.
Are you ready?
Yes.
New Year's Eve.
So New Year's Eve wedding, I would go gold and silver as my main colours with black. That I would do, if I'm just thinking about like reception, I would do black tablecloths with all white china, normal glassware, gold cutlery, and then I would have white napkins with like a sort of silvery type ribbon. Centerpieces, I would do glass and candles. Not so much florals. I do sort of glass and candles. Favors, I would do. I'm trying to think of party, but not like
Sparklers?
could do sparklers with a little black ribbon that you do at midnight, because I think you don't want to forget that it's New Year's.
Your table number could be the sparkler that you light as a table at midnight.
That's such a good idea. So there's like a number 8 that you light.
Yeah.
That's really
Everyone's sparklers on their tables are going at the same time as part of the New Year's countdown.
That's really, really cool. But I would do like, so black and gold is like but that's kind of like New Year's. If you were to buy it for your house, everything would be black and gold. So yeah. I would sort of lean into that a little bit, but add some depth. So I would do some velvet. I would bring in some silver to cut the gold a little bit so it's not so garish. Yeah, lots of pillar candles, lots of floating candles. I would definitely see in the new year, because it's everybody's new year. You don't want to forget that.
Should we move on to the next one, because there's quite a few?
Yeah, go.
New Year's Day.
Oh, hangover central. I think I would go quite low key. So for me, New Year's Day is about being with family and resting. So I think I would do soft furnishings, almost sort of home from home type vibe. I would
probably
keep
a later start.
Later start. Yeah, low key, wholesome foods.
Like a Chinese.
Yeah. Cottage pie type thing. And then in the evening you can then start maybe doing like a bit more New Year's Eve again. But I would start it quite low key, soft furnishings, nice, almost like you're at your grandma's house. Some nice china.
Blankets, are you talking about?
Blankets, nice soft napkins, maybe with a little bit of embroidery. That type of vibe. Lots of armchairs, lots of blankets, board games. That's what I think how I'd play that.
Easter wedding.
Oh, love it. I would go less Easter, more spring. But my like centerpiece, my plates would be sort of like flowery shaped. I'd have like a nice lemon napkin with I might do like a little bag of mini eggs or something as a favor. My centerpiece would be sort of tulips with moss and maybe some nice ceramic eggs in there. Yeah.
Spring bank holidays. Similar vibe.
Yeah, I would do like garden party. Spring, like nice bouncy spring florals. Garden party. A bit of rattan. Yeah. Does that explain that?
Yep. Halloween.
So I would go. So if I was getting married around Halloween, I would go autumn with hints of pumpkins, like ceramic pumpkins. And
would you go ghosts?
If I was getting married on Halloween,
yeah,
I think I would go gothic, big black candlesticks.
Ooh, yeah. Black pillar candles.
black pillar candles, a
Yes.
nice red napkin,
Hmm.
and then maybe like a little favour with like a baton type thing. I wouldn't go ghosts and ghoulies.
Skeletons in the
I would
corner.
go like if you were to go and get married to a vampire.
No coffins or
No coffins.
fake
I mean,
blood.
I might do a photo booth that's a coffin. Like you could have like a black coffin stood up with the red quilting all inside that you stand in and have your photo booth or something like that. But I wouldn't do like,
Coffin card box.
I might actually. Yeah, imagine just getting married to a vampire. I would fully lean in if I was getting married on Halloween.
You could then get married in a castle.
Yeah, can
Just
you
saying.
imagine?
I'd love that.
All my bridesmaids would be in dark red, I reckon.
Or you could go black.
Could go black. But I think I'd want them to stand out because I'd have quite a lot of black decor.
True.
I'd have black tablecloths, red napkins. I mean, you could even like gold cutlery, black candles, black
Mhm.
this, black and red florals, coffin in the corner.
Coffin photo booth. I wonder if that's the side hustle business of this episode. Bonfire night. Technically not really a holiday, but
You've got to have fireworks, haven't you?
well, you probably have to choose a venue that allows you to have them, or just hire our drone business.
Drone firework display.
Problem solved.
Or you go to a venue that lets you have a big bonfire and you have little teepees all around the bonfire. You put out all the blankets,
Hmm.
and the sort of picnic blankets and the cushions, and everybody just chills out around the bonfire. There's like an acoustic band playing in the corner.
I also go straight to food with this one because you'd have like build your own hot dog
Yeah,
stand. So you'd have somebody serving you hot dogs into your buns, but then you'd be able to put like chili or cheese or mustard and whatever else. And then you'd have like a s'mores stand where you could toast your marshmallows, put it into your graham crackers if you're American, or digestives if you're English.
yeah.
I go straight to the food with bonfire.
You could have a hot cider as a
Oh
drink,
yeah.
couldn't you?
Yeah.
Or hot chocolate for people that don't want it.
Yeah.
And then in the day, you could have a pretty much whatever kind of wedding. It's when it gets dark,
Hmm.
it would be more like outside around the bonfire, chilled out. And
Bougie
then,
bonfire night for your wedding.
yeah.
Quite an easy one, Christmas.
If I was getting married around Christmas, I'd do nods to Christmas. So I might have a lot of holly in my centerpieces. I wouldn't go for like white, icy kind of Christmas. I'd go more warm, luxe, velvet, red
Hmm.
type of Christmas. If I was actually getting married in that week of Christmas, I think I wouldn't be able to help myself but go all out.
You'd have to.
Yeah. Centerpieces of Christmas trees. Everybody gets a little wrapped up present that's all like
Mm.
colour themed.
Hmm.
You've got Christmas dinner. You've got, I'd have to.
This is where I think it's going to get a bit interesting, because we're now going to go through American holidays.
Okay. And then, will I know them?
Uh, well, I think you'll be able to suggest decor for all of them.
Okay.
I probably should have Googled what they all actually mean, but I've only given you when they are because I thought that might help you with your decor planning. First one is the third Monday of January. There's a lot of these. Most of them are third Monday of this, first Monday of that. This is a very odd way to do it. But third Monday of January, an American celebrated holiday, the birthday of Martin Luther King themed wedding.
Um, So if I was somebody that was important to, I would probably know all about Martin Luther King.
Mhm.
Now, I only know what we were taught at school,
Mhm.
which is the speech.
Mhm.
So I would probably, I might actually, I've just had a brainwave.
Great.
I was going to say I might like play the speech as part of the entertainment of the day, but I've just had, there's a time period where he was alive.
Mhm.
I'm not entirely sure when that was, but I'm leaning towards the 40s. That's probably wrong. But I would do my theme that in the decade that he was making history.
Let's
When,
just Martin Luther. I mean, it is a shambles that we're even having to Google this. He was born on the 15th of January 1929, and he was assassinated on the 4th of April 1968.
yeah, so he was making waves in the 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
So I would have a 50s style wedding
Oh,
with nods to his brilliance.
you could have snippets from the speech as part of table plans, decor,
Yeah,
backdrops, all of that kind of thing, I think.
yeah, like quotes from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the whole thing, but like little bits here and there.
Yeah, so I'd have a 40s wedding, get everyone to dress up. That's what I'd do.
Do you want the next one?
Yes, please.
The third Monday in February, the American holiday, President's Day.
So I would, all my table name numbers would be presidents. So you're sat on
Yes.
Obama,
Can you name a few?
Obama,
Yeah.
Biden, Trump.
I mean, you could have
I
a
was
great
lit-
photo booth.
I was literally about to say Henry VIII.
Henry VIII was not an American president. You could have George Bush, both of them.
Bushes, isn't there? Yeah.
Yeah. Bill Clinton, Ronald Reagan, Jimmy Carter, Gerald Ford, never
What's
heard
the
of
one
him.
with the
Nixon. Oh, with the beard.
beard and the top hat? Who is he?
None of these are wearing a top hat. Roosevelt.
No. But anyway,
Uh,
we're just embarrassing ourselves now.
Garfield.
I would
Abraham Lincoln.
That's the one. That's him. So I would just name my table names after that and then do whatever I wanted.
I think the photo booth would be great.
Have their top hat and props, or
Well,
like
you
a
could.
funny like gold wig for Trump.
Your
Make America great.
centerpieces could be renowned. So if you called, let's say you called one of your tables Donald Trump, you'd have the Make America Great Again cap. You'd probably have some sort of toupee. You'd also have, well, I don't really know much about them. Something.
A wall.
Oh, yeah.
Tiny little brick wall.
Yeah. Or like Trump Tower, little Trump Tower. And then if you had Abraham Lincoln, you could have like a monocle. You could have a top hat. You can have like a beard comb.
Yeah.
Those could be your centerpieces.
There we go. We've done it.
American holiday number 3, 4th of July, Independence Day.
I mean, you just go all out, wouldn't you? Just have the flags absolutely everywhere. National anthem
American
playing
flags.
Yes. National anthem as you're playing, walking down the aisle.
Really?
Big little pocket square is a little flag.
That's cute, yeah. I do quite like that. You could have ribbons everywhere.
Yeah.
Food?
You could go with this all stars and stripes. So you could have stars. Maybe your napkin is stars. and there's some stripes somewhere else, but not like literal flags everywhere, but you go with the stars and the stripe.
I would have fried chicken
Hamburgers.
and like southern barbecue vibes, clam bake, chowder, oyster bar,
Yeah.
French fries. You could have a milkshake stand.
Mm-hmm.
You could kind of go
Are we
Greece
doing this in the
vibes.
UK, or are we doing this
Oh,
in
yeah.
the...
No, you're celebrating the American holiday in the UK.
Oh yeah, so you'd have
At your wedding.
You'd make sure you've got them solo cups.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so if you're in the UK, you can take the mick a little bit.
I think
You
you're just
could
going with
have-
the theme, aren't you?
You could have each of the tables could be a state,
Mm-hmm.
and you could build like something nice. And so, say you've got Texas, you could have like a cowboy boot and a whatnot. And if you've got New York, you could have like the Statue of Liberty. So you could like lean into it a bit.
A
Couldn't you?
cowboy boot and whatnot for Texas.
Whatnots, they're whatnots. The state.
What if it was Utah? What would you have for that?
I don't know what Utah does.
Mormons.
Is that where they are? Oh, then.
That's where they originated, I think. LDS church.
I mean, I think I'd only pick the ones that had cliche stuff.
Like Chicago.
Yeah, and like California, you'd make it Disney, wouldn't you?
I was thinking surfboard.
Yeah.
Very different weddings. Next one. It's the first Monday in September. Labor Day. Do you want to know a bit more about Labor Day?
My initial thought was lots of pregnant women.
I'm not sure that's it. So, Labor Day is an annual holiday to celebrate the achievements of workers. Labor Day has its origins in the labor union movement, specifically the 8-hour day movement, which advocated 8 hours for work, 8 hours for recreation, and 8 hours for rest. So you're celebrating labourers.
I mean, what a theme for your wedding.
I'm thinking Village People, YMCA.
I was thinking very similar. Each of your tables would be like a different
Plumber.
job. Miner.
Lecky.
Yes.
Timber yard.
Oil rig miner.
Would you build like a
Plasterer.
mini oil rig and then have it in like a sloshing sea?
And then for the plasterer, you'd just have a big plaster with a trowel hanging out of it.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I'd pick that one.
No?
Wedding.
What if your husband was a labourer?
All the waiters could be dressed up in their
Great idea.
said outfits, couldn't they?
Yeah. Although for some reason I just think that that's then going to mean strippers.
Yeah. Nan would be like, "What?"
But you could have like cornbread, like mac and cheese, like proper like men's food.
Builder's tea and a Domino's.
Well, I don't think that's American. Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts. If you're a hard labourer and you've just come off the building site and you've gone home to your wife and 2 kids, what are you having for dinner?
Probably mashed potatoes and something else.
Mm-hmm.
With a beer.
Yep.
And I'd like to sit on my porch in my rocking chair in silence.
Yeah. There we go. Lots of rocking chairs, lots of porch themed furniture.
You ready for this one?
Yeah, I'm scared.
It's the second Monday in October, Columbus Day.
I don't think I can say where my head went then. I don't know.
Well, you need to, because it's an audio podcast.
I went to drugs,
What?
Colombia with drugs, smuggling in with the mules. No, is that not what Columbus Day is? It's Christopher Columbus, isn't it? It's Christopher Columbus and his expeditions, not cocaine from Colombia.
In the United States, Columbus Day is typically a celebration of Italian and Italian-American culture heritage. Columbus, generally being considered a native of Genoa, Italy, in the late 15th century, Portuguese sailors dominated the effort to establish a sea route between Europe and India by circumnavigating Africa. Nothing to do with drug mules.
So it's Italian.
It's Italian-American Christopher Columbus vibes.
I might go with Italian, have some pizza.
Instead of cocaine.
Can we cut some of this out?
No,
Yeah,
our equipment's not that
I might
sophisticated.
go light Italian things. Pizza, nice fresh centerpieces, nice laid back kind, lots of cappuccino. Let's move on.
I would go for, like if you went to Little Italy somewhere and they have those white and red checked tablecloths, you'd have lovely, the candles that are in a dish and they've got so much wax on the dish but they're still quite a big candle. I'd have all of those. So like used candle vibes.
Yeah.
Big napkins so that you can tuck it into your shirt so that your spaghetti doesn't get spilt on your top. I would go all in Goodfellas.
Yeah, all in little cafe
Yes.
in a village in Italy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like old school wine glasses.
Yeah.
Just the whole thing.
Yeah.
/ old maps and stuff.
Yeah, I think you've just saved that.
Yeah. You've got 2 left.
Okay, let me redeem myself.
This one I think you'll find a little bit easier. American holiday that happens on the 4th Thursday in November, Thanksgiving.
Love it. We did Friendsgiving this year, didn't we, Jen? At
Yeah,
my house.
good. The food was so good. The
So
bread rolls in particular.
Yes.
Nobody actually cooked and you bought.
We actually did do authentic American Thanksgiving recipes for all of our food. And we realised that actually most American food doesn't actually touch a real food.
No.
So the foods that you think you're making is just processed foods mixed with other processed foods.
100% correct.
But it tastes pretty nice.
Yeah. And it's full of cheese, butter, and milk.
Yeah.
Or cream.
Yes. So I would definitely do Thanksgiving dinner. I would set my table almost soft autumn vibes. Less reds and orange, more greens and ivories.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would.
Any turkeys anywhere?
I mean, you could have a turkey on each table that got carved.
Oh, yes.
And then all the turkey that was left over would be made into a turkey curry for your evening dinner.
Or sandwiches.
Sandwiches. Yes. And because I was going to do that for my wedding, I was going to have a piece of beef that somebody with a little chef hat but they realised that that was a bit of a pain and everything would be cold, so I didn't do it. But I think for Thanksgiving, each table has a turkey with the carrots round, and there's a person on the table that carves the turkey and gives it out. I think that's quite cute.
You can have like chocolate turkeys as their little wedding favours.
Yes. What else can you put turkey? I mean, you
Turkey
could have
cocktail.
turkeys walking around, but they're a bit scary.
You can have a turkey ring bearer. You can have turkey feathers in your hair.
Well, you could go feathers. I mean, I wouldn't go turkeys because they're pretty awful, but you could go sort of get a nice brown and beigey feathers, and you could have it in your bouquet. You could, if you had chair sashes, you could put it in the back of each chair sash. That would be really nice. Have lots of garlands with the green and maybe little sort of beige pumpkins.
Do you want your last one?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what it will be.
Let me just pull up the meaning because I have no clue.
Well, that means that I'm not going to know it then.
Wait 1 second. Just looking at it. Flag Day is a holiday celebrated on June the 14th. It commemorates the adoption of the flag of the United States on June the 14th, 1777, by resolution of the Second Continental Congress. Flag Day.
Flag Day. I probably wouldn't lean into the American flag because I think the colours of that are quite stark, bold. Yeah. I probably would. You could have like you could make flags with your emblem on. So if you had your monogram, which we talked about in last week's episode, you could have flags printed with that on. You could have them coming from the side of the walls with the nice silk flag on, maybe some lights with it. Each little your table number could be on like a little flag. So I think I'd go more flag theme stuff than American flag.
And you could have your food served in cones, American flag cones, or on like American, like blue and red style crockery.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be a pretty wedding.
No.
But you could have red, white, and blue flowers. That could be done.
Yeah. I definitely wouldn't go red, white, and blue. I'd go silk ivory flag with a black monogram on.
So you're scrapping actual Flag Day for your version.
This is now
Flag
my
Day.
Flag Day. Yeah. Everybody would go away with a small flag.
I think my favourite of your wedding suggestions was Columbus Day.
Why did you have to bring that back up? I was trying to scoot over that.
It will forever live on our Instagram grid.
I've got one for you.
For
the last 5 minutes, I'm going to put you right on this hotspot. One you haven't said, Valentine's Day. Go.
So, hearts everywhere. I would go with heart arches. Heart charger plates.
Yeah.
I would go for white and ivory with like a dirt red.
Yeah.
Like a
rusty.
But very faded version.
Okay.
So it's not like in your face red, it's subtle red. I'd have petals everywhere. I would have heart themed centerpieces. Everybody would have a Valentine's poem as their name place. So there once was a girl named Emma, kind of vibes.
Yep.
Love heart wedding favors.
Yep.
Cute. Some sort of heart-themed cocktail, love-themed cocktail in like a clearish reddy. Cherries somewhere, I think. Love food, so sharers.
Oh, nice
So
idea.
you would share your starter, you'd then share the main, so it'd be family style for main, and then you'd share your dessert, which would probably be heart-themed. Yeah, hot, like nice dirt red candles, but also white and ivories, like romantic cascading draping, lots of sort of flowy vibes.
Nice. No cherubs.
No cherubs, no, but maybe a harpist.
Harpist would be nice.
Plonky in the corner there.
I don't think a harpist would appreciate you calling their music plink plonky.
How would you describe it? Plinkety plonkety.
I'd call it ethereal.
Well done.
There we go.
Do you want to hear what we're going to be talking about next week?
Yes, please.
Post-wedding blues.
Oh.
Chirpy. But I think everyone needs to be aware of that.
Yeah. It happens.
It's like, you know, when you build yourself up as a kid to your birthday, well, even now, actually, I'm just talking about my adulthood. You build yourself up to your birthday and like, oh, it's going to be the greatest day ever. Then it's your birthday and like, great. And then you
from 1 o'clock, you've opened all your presents.
What else is there to look forward to? Then you're upset for the rest of your birthday.
Yeah.
It's that, but after your wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Please like, subscribe, rate, review our podcast on whatever platform you listen or watch us on. Keep up to date with the podcast by following our Instagram account at the I Do Crew Podcast. Send us your questions, topics that you'd like us to chat through. Thank you for joining us this week. Until then, it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.
You've been listening to the I Do Crew Podcast with Jen and Emma. Keep up to date with our podcast news by following our I Do Crew Podcast Instagram account. Thanks for listening.